Welcome back to another live trading session, traders. Hope that you had an enjoyable trading day. Starting another trading day here, and looking forward to see some new trade entry coming in this session here. And here is, we are looking at the market, which is trending and significantly trending here. That if you look at from the bigger picture and also from the smaller picture. Now, if you look at here, this is a long-term trend that you can see now on gold, and from the technical analysis that you can see, gold was trending and it's keep trending here. From the bigger picture perspective, if you look at that, this is the current level of support here on gold, and we could see that the market potentially continue to trend here back below to this long-term support area here. Now, what we can see gold, if you look at the bigger picture perspective from the higher time frame and also from the lower time frame that you can see on XAUUSD. Hello, welcome. Come on. Interesting. Welcome. And we are looking at here on gold. If I look at, I would like to see that all the subscribers and members are here, ready to take you trading to the next level. Now, we can see the market is in a trend. It is in a trend, guys. You can see that the market is in a trend and it's in a downtrend. And in the downtrending market, if you look at from this high, this is a drop of this high here. And with this drop that you can see, the market has created this initial move, pullback, another move. The market is in a sharp downtrend that you can see here. And in the downtrend, the price action showing that the price to continue to drop, that you can see. What is going down is likely to go down. That's the norm of trading. Now, we are looking at here to find the best trade setup in this market. So if you look at here, that you can see this is a long-term downtrend. And if you look at the monthly, what you can see that from the monthly, the price is just breaking that low, and we are almost end of the month. Now, end of the month is important because today FOMC and also today end of the month. So with this FOMC and end of the month, the market is here maintaining this downtrend. Now, if you look at that weekly market structure here, we can see that from the weekly perspective, this is the weekly move that we can see from here. It's a complete drop back below to this high, and we can see that from the weekly there is a, if you look at this Fibonacci, and the market is exactly at 61.8%, the golden ratio of the Fibonacci. Now, of that 61.8% Fibonacci pullback, the market started to break below here, and which is now again potentially coming to this long-term support area that you can see here in that zone. So that drop that you can see from the this is a, if you look at here, fair value gap. Now, we'll be discussing more on later in this live session, more in depth on fair value gap, because fair value gap is what will give you the more understanding of how the market moves. Because when the market reach to a zone where there is a fair value gap, it's where there is a higher area of value, because especially the higher time frame fair value gap, we can take a lot of position in the lower time frame fair value gap. All right, so you can see that here in that zone. And that being said, if we look at the daily price action here, this is the daily market structure of this level that you can see drop, pullback, another drop, pullback. So the market is, if you look at that, it's maintaining this downtrending market structure. Look like this current price is going break to daily low. I think so. We could see that current price action is there is a very high chance that the market could break this low that you can see. This is the current the previous level of resistance, which is turning support here. And with this movement that you can see, the market is in a downtrend and is highly likely that the price to potentially to continue to trend down here in the major direction of the flow. So, and that drop that you can see in that area, the price to continue to trend, and that could bring that market back above, back below here to this. This is an imbalance that we are discussing here, and in that imbalance, the market to continue to trend back below to the support level that you are looking at here in this market. And I'm looking at the 4 hour, that if you look at here from the intraday perspective, which is the 4 hour level. And because the market from the intraday, you can see the price has reached that level and getting rejection. So this is the current ceiling that I would say the market is potentially to respect and then to break below. That is what we are looking at from the intraday perspective for this market to trend and then to continue. Here is, and I'm on the lower time frame now to see how the market structure is evolving, that you can see in this area. So if you look at here, the market is, this is support, bounce back, drop to that support, acting as a resistance, bounce back to the support. This is a trend line which is maintaining this trend line, which is a high probability area of value. Understanding area of value will set you free, right? Because when you can understand the area of value, you can find high probability trade setup, right? Okay, if the market does not break here and take support, will it go up? It's a good question. Order blocks are is here 3 to 4 times today, 455. If market does not break here and take support, if market does not break here and take support, will it go up? I don't think so that it's gonna go easily up. Why? Because if you look at, we saw that quite a few move, but ultimately it reject, right? You see that here. I'm looking at the 5 minutes, and this is a, oh, that's a massive trend, guys. You can see that. Look at this 5 minutes trend. Now you can see that. You see from here to there, right? So what happened? Let me tell you guys. You can see that the market was trending, but it's not moving just in one go, right? It's coming down and then going up again, and then coming down, going up again. So it's, if you look at that, it's just moving in one level to the other. So if in this situation, in this kind of extended trend, whenever it's gonna break this recent swing high, you can expect another rejection, and that might be making it way for, at the moment, I wouldn't say that it's gonna go like that. All right, very clear idea, because the market is, it's a falling market and there is a fair value gap. So in this market, the only thing that we will be doing here is whenever the market will break this, any of this swing high, we will be looking for sell. That's the strategy. So now what level that you will be looking at for sell? Look at the trend lines, okay? Identify those zone. Let me delete this. So this is one trend line that you can see, but the market may not go there for another retest. But you have also below this channel, which is, if you look at that level that you can see, and this is a channel, right? You can see that from this to this support, and it's a channel, and that's a bearish channel that you can see. Now of that bearish channel, whenever the market will move up to this zone where there is a channel, we are looking at this market to eventually reject. So the price is trading now below this channel, right? So it might create another channel. So therefore this swing high that you can see is crucial for us to look at for a possible entry. And also timing is important. So if you look at, we are on NY session and the market is had enough pullback and consolidation that I think there is a potential for another drop here, potentially to 4542. However, we will be looking at pullback. In our previous session we waited, in London session you guys looked at, I haven't entered any trade, but later I posted one trade as soon as it appears in the premium group, and I guess I haven't shared my profit screenshot on the premium group. So today's profits I have also shared here, and now if you look at the market is on a pullback, and in that pullback we are looking at this market structure to create an overextension. That means that in a falling market, to create a potential an overbought market for us to be able to look for sell. The market has already created, if you look at here, double bottom, but I wouldn't consider this double bottom as a, that as a reversal pattern. All double bottom is not double bottom. Sometimes they are an indication of trend continuation. So, and therefore breaking out here can give us selling opportunity. And I would like to this one here, putting a zone in this area for us to be able to see where the market is potentially be heading and giving us a high probability trade entry. I'm ready for any kind of entry. If you look at the 15 minutes, the market is almost approaching this high, which is also the 1 hour resistance, 15 minutes resistance. And off this level, they're expecting the price action to react to that level and then to return potentially back in the major direction. So you can see that here the price is going back to the trend line, which is the previous support and resistance. I might go for an entry very soon. So ready to go. Yep, we are looking at and here we'll be looking for short, and I would like to keep my stop loss well above, little higher. It's just started to create a bearish move, and here I would like to look for the entry at the support level, TP target, and this is must be a risk managed trade, and I have opened, and I guess you guys also there. Make sure you do the proper risk management, which is very important to look at. Come on. And here the stop loss at 4564.77. TP target I will be setting later. So here guys, I have open sell. Now the market may try to get more liquidity here. Look at the 15 minutes price action. There is already, the market has created a new lower low. There is this is in a downtrend, and that I'm looking at. If you look at the two back-to-back 5 minutes price action, that potentially to show a bearish price action. And in this area, if you look at, price is trying to go back here for potentially another wave of liquidity sweep, and that can give us what I think that potentially an entry opportunity of this level. 15 minutes market structure almost reached that liquidity zone, and it's also the 1 hour resistance line. So I'm looking at here for a possible sell entry in that area. Do we have any news coming? I don't think so. Any high impact news at the moment. Later today there is coming up FOMC, and okay, so here in this area, if you look at, this is a long wick doji that has closed, and here my entry with this trade here for me, I have entered at 5.44, so I'd like to just readjust my entry. So I'm on a sell trade here, and with this sell trade 0.44 and stop loss at the same level, looking to see the market to trend back down here. The TP is at the same so I'm setting my profit target here at 4543. So I move my TP at this level. Now, if you look at here, the 15 minutes price action, there is a bearish candlestick pattern. I think if you look at the overall market structure is bearish, but it is not unusual to see to go for a deeper liquidity grab. But at the moment, we are trading with the trend, and we are remaining in the direction of the trend. Depending on how the price action is doing, we'll be looking for the further information here in this market. So we are looking at here for a deeper drop, and there is a structure here, and this is not a bigger stop loss. It's only 94 pip. We can move little higher for a room here. I will be moving to here, which increase a little bit of risk, but I would say that that will be a good move potentially. Also risk is very important, to keep the risk very low, and that will bring my stop loss around 110 pip. So I'm moving my stop 4566.63. So 4566.63. This is where I have moved my stop loss here. And this is, if you look at this market trend, it is in a downtrend, and they're expecting to remain that trend continuation, remain in the downtrending direction, because it's a long-term downtrend. And if successfully the market breaks that support, expecting it to break this low here. So here is a double top, and with this double top, if you look at that market structure, looking forward to see the market to trend back down below in the direction of the trend. And this is what we want to see, the price action to break that low. There is a new lower low here. So the previous swing low here in this area is around 62 pip. And we would like to see the market to continue to trend back in our, yes, we are on a sell trade. It's not a buy trade, so don't make that mistake. It's a falling market, so I'm not going to be a buyer in this uptrending market. Keep in mind. And also, let's align our entry. Always I align my entry with the multiple time frame analysis, the technical, fundamental, and sentiment. Okay, especially for the lower time frame traders, guys, sentiment is very important, because as a short-term trader, sentiment create one spike. You guys have seen that yesterday when UAE just left the OPEC, there was a massive spike, and that one spike is enough for you to give you profit or stop loss. So make sure that you always keep track of the sentiment, and sentiment analysis is mainly based on the current breaking news. Okay, what is the breaking news? If you look at, first of all, I would like to look at the fundamental coming up later today. You'll see that FOMC, so which is in my zone early, and FOMC, and then tomorrow also. So FOMC is important because during the time period there will be significant volatility, and I might open few positions during that time period or before the time period, and all those trade also shared in the group. So the FOMC, and that is increasing the volatility now at the moment. Going to the news time here to see that current sentiment. So you had a few move that you can see on here. Discuss this one, I think, earlier. Trump Iran can't get their act together. They don't know how to sign a non-nuclear deal. They will get smarter soon. So there is a Truth Social post. I think that since this post, we saw that there was a significant move on gold and oil. So that being said, we can see that there is a no deal, right? So this one making oil up. So No, moonlight. I think it's like this one. Okay, so if you look at here, there's another one. Trump tells aides to prepare for extended blockade of Iran. Okay, so there is have here. So the blockade is going on, all right, and Strait of Hormuz is closed. There's no deal. There's no nuclear deal, and we see that there is a trend, which is gold is going higher, oil is moving down, and we are, if you look at here on oil, which we can see that it's on a and gold is, we are on a trade, and this is our today's second trade. One was sent out in the premium group earlier. Okay, and this one is another one. If you look at that, the previous one I have shared in the premium group, I guess you guys have seen the entry that was sent out to the premium group, has taken the profit. This one is, come on, how many pip? What we are looking at here? 120 pip. Nearly there. Nearly there. We are nearly to 94 pip with this one up. And this is going to be, once we successfully close this one this week, all win. But don't expect always to win all. Keep always your risk managed. Are you in? Yes, I'm on a trade. It's running in with me. Nearly there, and it's a falling market. So 1 hour kind of close coming, and we can see the market trend is down, and could see that potential continuation here, and with this continuation, they're expecting the market to here, and I'm still holding few pip away from hitting our profit target. One more drop can directly hit the profit target here. We're going to go close manually. Come on, and I'm going out to it manually here now. Close profit now, and I have shared the, I have closed profit, and I have shared the same update in the premium group. Done. How many pip here? 110 pip. I think for you TP hit. Done with 110 pip. Okay, so here if you look at in that area here, this is a pretty long candlestick pattern, and we have seen the market has created its move in this area, has dropped to that support, and we are looking at here that the market structure to remain Thank you very much. Yeah. There are more. It's just the beginning, right? We still have a long way to trade here. If you're hungry, then stay tuned. We will be looking for more later. But just with this one here, now we are observing the market for what kind of trend it has made. If you look at here, from this 1 minute price action, it's a complete one single drop, followed by we can see the market is now pushing up for a pullback. That might go here for another, we don't know how far it's gonna pull back, but it might pull back off this level and can continue to drop. Cyber music, get ready for another one. Take a breath. Keep profit in your trading account, and we are looking for the next entry. Thank you. We will wait for inventories and other news right now. Yes, this was fastest TP for me. You're a magician. All of you are magician here. It's just the experience, guys. This is what I tell you, that you know that if you look at, I think you can recognize this one, right? All right, Thomas Edison, you don't have to reinvent the light bulb, right? But he has to reinvent it, in fact, because it was for him 1000 failed experiment. And then on the 1001st, he was succeeded. But now we just do it because the formula is there, the process is there. You just need to replicate, mirror it, right? And that's why I keep my trade open to the members in the academy. For those who are in the academy, they can mirror my trade. You can ask them. I don't hide my trades. I keep my trade open for the group, the premium group. And also you guys can see in this live session, every trade that I'm opening also I'm sharing here. What you need is to develop a trading psychology. Even still, you won't be able to be long-term profitable if you are not focusing on your trading psychology, which is very important to look at, right? Trading psychology is the most important part of a trader's concentration. We'll be discussing more in depth on this trading psychology. So the market, if you look at here, it's on a pullback, which is potentially going up to that key zone here, and off that pullback the price might, now you see this is a previous support and resistance, and it may, what I think that the price may try to revert here back in that direction. So this move here upside can create further possibility, but I'm waiting here now. Patience is key, right? After one trade, usually I think there's a name for it. So there is a chance for taking a bigger risk. So it's always important to do that. The remaining humble. That anytime the market may not listen to you. You guys see that today, this week, all trade has done listen to us. But past week, if you remember the Friday, I had back-to-back 2 losing trades. 2 of them. And got me minus 5,000 in just 2 single trades. But that's okay, right? Because it's a part of trading. Now, if you look at that, if you keep focusing on the strategy over the long term, you're gonna be very good at it. So here the market is, if you look at the support and resistance, which is, it's now breaking that low here. So once the market create a clean market structure, we can look for our next trading entry here in that area. So with this break of this high, the market again trying to push that back below. And now they see that every time before I open any trade, before I do an analysis, always I keep eye for 3 pillars that I would say for an entry, right? Or the column, or the three. One is technical. Are you trading with the trend? This is the first thing that you need to ask when you're doing the technical analysis. Then fundamental. That means data release. As a short-term trader, you're not looking at the interest rate hike or interest rate cut at the moment. We are just looking at the data point, and then sentiment. Right? These 3 are key. Is there any high impact news right now that will affect the movement of the gold? So we are any breaking news? Anyone had anything? So what's happening here? I don't see anything on FOREX Factory. On shipping through Strait of Hormuz slows to a trickle. So it's all about the slowing down on the Strait of Hormuz. So this is what you can see, and that is speeding up the oil price. Yeah, oil is just going up and up. Here we saw there is a little bit of pullback that I would say. The trend is up on oil. Okay, so you can see that the trend is up on oil, and so the trend is up on oil. Hormuz is slow, the oil is speeding up. Gold also melting down here to the support, and that's a pretty long price action that you can see here in this area. So I'm still down on gold. That means in a downtrend. So we set our the first trade here and it closed. Now this is a very stronger move that you can see of this head and shoulder. Now because the market has broken down off this head and shoulder that you can see after this double top, it's one single move. Now if you look at here the market now, it might pull back to the again any of these key levels. So that may create another entry opportunity for us in this area. And 15 minutes price action that you can see, this is also in a bearish trend on the 15 minutes. The market trend is bearish, and we could see that continuation here back down below. Is there any high impact news? Okay, so we can see that the current the market movement. Have you secured this trade? The one that you have just opened and secured? If you secured, say yes. And also don't miss out to subscribe to the channel. And also if you look at the next entry zone, we will be looking at with the recent swing high. However, we need to see the market to test that level in a specific way. So going back to some of the questions that some of you ask here. So if the market does not break here and take support, will it go up? There's a question, right? How do you determine either it will go up or down? Firstly, I kind of found this kind of questions and also many types. Especially, for example, the market is here, and if you ask that, should you buy at 4538, for example, this level here? TP 4533 around. Final TP 4400. Okay. So if let's say someone asks, should you buy off this level or sell 4538? The market didn't reach that level here, right? The price didn't touch that level. But the question is, should you be trading that or buying that level or selling that level? How do you determine that? There's a way to decide. My buy zone. Okay. 4533. This is what I was talking about, that what factors you will consider that 4533 scalping buy. If you see the market is here, you could see that there is a very stronger downward pressure here. This is the weekly. If you look at the weekly, see the weekly low is here, far lower possible for the market to trend. So to consider that a particular level you should be trading on no, okay, for example, you should be trading 4538. At 4538, this is the price level. Should you be buying or selling, for example, if the question is? The market is not there. So the first thing that you need to keep in mind, guys, buying and selling is present, neither past nor future. This is one key point that you can note. Buying and selling is entirely present. That means, you know, I would never predetermine that this level I will be buying or selling, because it's future. It's present. Why? Because entering a trade is actually two-way communication, right? You need to be trading with other traders. So you need to enter the trade from, so you have to be like at a particular price level, has to have a particular reaction to be able to go for a trade. So if you look at, I studied, I think, quite a few traders' biography. One of them was JC Livermore. They are in their time, you know, like hundreds years ago almost. So they didn't have this chart like that. So they had a pot shop. So you go to the shop, right, and sit down on the bench. There is a blackboard or whiteboard, and then all those. So that time there is a stock. So all those stock were listed on the blackboard with the price. And you sit like a, you know, like the coffee shop, you sit there and look at the blackboard and then decide either you will be buying or selling. So what information you have? You look at the other traders, how they are, you know, that how they are thinking, doing. If you are very good at, probably you will be able to understand what others doing. Even if you don't understand anything, at least you understand that some people are buying this, so I will also buy that. That way, one way can be. Even this day, if you're a poker player, then probably you know that there is always an understanding of other players, how they are trading. You can decide based on that. But here, when we are trading on the market, we only have the information is the price action, right? And with this price action, if you look at how the market is reacting to this certain level, will determine that we'll be trading it or no. So there are particular way the price will react to the certain levels. So this is a price behavior. Will be will give you an indication of you should be opening the trade or no. That way you can understand it. So you can see here the market is coming, and depending on how the price will react, usually always your bias should be, that this is how it works, in the direction of the trend. And the market is, if you look at here, it's coming in that area. And you're looking to see. So with this high here, there is a downside movement, and that can continue further lower here. That may break lower, that you could see. I'm waiting for more confirmation here. This is 5 minutes candle close here, that you can see, and it's maintaining that move here. So with the 5 minutes candle close, we can see that there is a stronger break below, and I think this is now going for a pullback here. Which is showing that downside. There's a break of support again. So bearish pressure that you can see still. maintaining the downtrend. Four, 5, 3, 3 scalping. This is still not there, but I'll not consider it yet. You see that back to back two stronger reaction back down here, and if you look at, there is one here, wave, second wave, third wave. So this is a falling market that we can see at the moment, which is highly bearish that we are seeing. So that bearish trend is potentially to continue here, and if you look at the 5 minutes, this is the 5 minutes drop, which is a complete break below. And I'm going back to the daily chart again. Still at those levels again to look at fresh perspective for another entry. So there is a, if you look at, this is the daily price action where there is a daily fair value gap. This is an entirely a clean fair value gap, right? So that fair value gap is important to look at. And as the market in this fair value gap, the price may just straight come back further low. At any point you can expect a reaction back to the upside, but there is a, we can see so far a strong selling pressure, and in that strong selling pressure, looking to see the price action to eventually come lower further here for another wave of bearish drop here. The markets are now just back in a less than a minute. Hope that you guys will be here. I'll be back in less than a minute. ahead. So you see a slight, I would say that little slowdown in the trend, but that's gonna be a potentially a momentum gain. So we may see that the market again to gain momentum for another wave of drop. So if you look at the 30 minutes, you can see that this is the 30 minutes price action. There is a break below after this consolidation, which is showing that the trend potentially to continue. And here is the 30 minutes level that you can see in this area. And so breaking above this high can create new selling pressure here. I'm looking forward to see that to happen. So we can see the price of this level trying to push here back above, and this is the lower time frame. The trend may go for a deeper pullback, and this is what you want to see. There is a stronger selling pressure. That's why anytime the market is going up, we can see that there is a significant bearish rejection again. And you want to enter again as soon as it appears for us. If you look at, this is the 30 minutes candle closed, and with this candle closed, they're expecting the market again to move up for another deeper pullback. There's a break. Here you can see the market has created a structural move here, and so we can see that on USD JPY, just looking at the currency pairs in the meantime, USD JPY is in an uptrend that you can see after this inverted head and shoulder. USD JPY in an uptrend, and if you look at that DXY, also you can see that it is in an uptrend here at the moment, and WTI is strongly bullish here. Look at that, oil is deleting those levels here, that you can see oil is in an uptrend. So if you look at the daily, here's the daily move, this is the daily resistance line. Also there's another resistance here on the daily, and back to back few daily move that you can see on WTI, which is showing that the market is in an, there's an inverted head and shoulder on the daily on oil. And the reason I'm looking at oil, guys, this is gonna give us a vital information about gold and also currency pairs. So they are related. So energy is up. So that means with the upside momentum on energy from the monthly as well, you can see the prices reach that key level. With the upside move on energy, we can see that on gold is in a downtrend, and that might bring the price. If you look at this daily, now let's look at the bigger picture. I always review the smaller picture and bigger picture to see that overall clearer direction. So you can see that here there was a daily drop followed by this pullback, and you can see that it just created a very smooth semicircular structure that you can see. And with this semicircular structure that you can see of this level, it is maintaining that potentially the market to come further lower here to this support area, and therefore we still have, and we can renew our decision of selling in this market. That's why I can say that, right? So we can identify those swing levels. Along with so I think there is 11 minutes ago there is a orange folder news which is just below the red folder. So what it says: White House officials, Trump and oil companies discussed step to continue the Iran blockade for months if needed. So there has been some discussion. White House. So there is, I think there's some kind of arrangement for the current situation. This is what it says. So how we can see the market is interpreting the information here. Data is we can see that oil has dropped to this level from the 1 minute, created inverted head and shoulder. Again, we can see that it's maintaining this uptrending market structure. And in that uptrend, if you look at this price action here, which is maintaining that bullish trend continuation that you can see, and here is 10 EMA retest on oil, and it's pushing higher and higher. It's going back to the upside. Gold is just the mirroring. So I can place a buy on oil. Not blindly. If you're trading on oil, that I would say that probably doing a multiple time frame analysis, because if you look at the trend is up, going up. Now if you are, for buying for holding, it's different. But as a trader, that means that CFD trader, we trade for short term. And in that case, that I would say, you see that it's an uptrend, wait for breakout structure. Like here, just a couple of minutes ago, you can see there it was a good area for long, because we are trading on gold and we didn't do that. But I do open yesterday. Just we have secured one trade on oil. I guess you guys have seen that we have secured. For those who are in the group, should be able to see that. If you haven't seen that, I'm going to bring it here. Always reviewing the previous trades will give you better understanding of how the market is reacting, doing, acting. So this one is the oil price, oil trade that I have posted in the group. And it has given a good move. It's still going in that direction. Slightly falling market. When the market keep that like this dropping, okay, it's a falling market, so we'll be looking for an entry opportunity. Sharply in a downtrend as FOMC coming, so we are seeing that there is significant move. If you look at the DXY, how does that DXY is in a sharp uptrend. There is a gap open, and off this level we can see the DXY is maintaining that uptrend here, and because it's, if you look at it, has created an inverted head and shoulder, not unusual to see the DXY is going back again to test this high. It left a gap here, and the market doesn't like to leave a gap, so the price may be going back here to retest that gap before it come down here. So from that point of view, gold is potentially to continue. It's the recent swing low here. There is an imbalance along the way, so the price is highly likely to remain in its directional bias. So I'm looking at now here the 5 minutes price action. Now 5 minutes market structure created that one single red move that you can see of this. This is our first trade. We had secured 2 trades today, both of them successful. Now if you look at this 5 minutes price action, it is maintaining as a clean downtrend. Therefore this market anytime going for a pullback, we will be looking for entry. Just keep coming down. So the current level 4526 is an important zone to see if the market is going here. So here you can see the market is in this area. There is a long wick, and which is currently, this is the recent swing high, and going above here, that showing the market to eventually drop. So I see one important news here. I think it's not on Forex Factory yet. Let's see that it came out. Okay, so it didn't come here, but I found in a different source. It's really important news, I think. So the Iran's real drops to record low. So that is relevant to our trading. Now, where are we next support? Okay, that we're looking at full TP 4400. Okay, so here is that the market is, yeah, this is the recent level of support. Now I wouldn't look at buy here. Okay, I wouldn't look at that buy. And this market is in a significantly in a downtrend, and I would look to sell this market. Okay, so if you look at here, the market is still showing that downtrending move. Okay, so here is, if you look at, this is a complete break below. Of that break below, the market may, if you look at here, may go back here for another retest, and then can continue this market down back below. Okay, so we want to see that it has done this pullback that we are looking at, and so you want to see that pushing here back for another wave of move. I'm prepared to enter, but I will not be yet. So if I'm entering, I will just let you know, guys. The market is not giving us an opportunity to sell on a pull. Yes, you got my point. I just remain for a pullback, especially when the market drops like this very aggressively. Getting harder into in an entry. Why? Because the market, when the market is dropping aggressively, All right, so here this is a slower movement, but the best entry happens, let's say, when there is a move and the market has gone up for a pullback and another drop, and the market has break that support again and create a false breakout. That's a very good entry opportunity. But when the market keep dropping like that, you don't know at what point it's gonna go for aggressive pullback, and that's where you see that you're out with the trade. You can buy at 4500. I wouldn't look to buy from a falling market, guys. This is a very good market now for selling, unless it changes entirely the direction of the trend. It might take a little time. This is a falling market, and I'm looking at potentially for sell. But if you see that short-term move, that's fine. How do you find a good pullback level to sell from? Okay, this is what our point of discussion here. Now, if you look at the 5 minutes, you can see that the good level will be the 5 minutes pullback. That I would like to delete those levels here. I will be opening. We already had one, so you can see that all those 5 minutes candle are red. Let me give you one very important clue that will help you always. You see that when you see the market drop like that or go up like that, right? Always look at what time frame all those red candle or all those green candle, at what time frame. You see that this is 5 minutes, but in 1 minute you're not gonna see all those red candles. There are green candles also, but when you look at the 5 minutes, you can see that all those red candles. Once you see that, wait for at least one candle to break the previous candle's high and create a little rejection of that zone. All right, that's a good zone for trading if you want to enter. Okay, not before the candle close, but just wait to see how the market react. 100 pip bounce. Already 58 pip that we can see, and 15 pips can be. If you look at the 1 hour candle close coming, which is after this pretty massive drop, 4 hour. Yeah, this is the 4 hour and 1 hour candle close together. So there might be here some pullback that you can expect with the candle close, before the candle close. But I would be happy to see if this one now going further, a bit of bigger green candle can create an opportunity for sell, because this is an oversold now, and if you want to, if you look at the RSI, you'll see that how much selling happened. So look at the RSI, you see that the market has crossed this previous, like it crossed well below the oversold, which has not so far since this year. Came here now, it's crossed the red zone, so there might be some deeper pullback as with the 4 hour candle close. Small buy. No, I normally do not open against that. Rather, I will wait for the pullback to sell. But if you're lucky enough, you might see a big move back to the upside as the 4 hour candle close coming. It might take you to big move, but your probability will be lower if you are able to sell on a pullback based on your explanation in the 5 minutes trans. How do you determine the TP area? TP area I will keep with the previous swing low here, because there is a 4 hour candle close coming, this session close. So a bit of cautious, because with this candle close, the market might go up for an extended pullback here. So depending on how you see this 5 minutes candle closing, creating a comparatively thicker body, so that is bringing the market potentially to little higher. There's a lot of sell order that now. Usually what is coming down is likely to come down. That's how the market moves. So you can expect now an extended pullback as before the 4-hour close, and the market might go up for this pullback here, and with the 4-hour close that the price might return again back below. So here you want to see this move up for us to be able to sell. Let it go up a lot before the candle close, and then with the candle close it might go up little higher and then could come to fill that long wick. And I'm deleting these levels. We had our position that you guys have seen that. Now this price action now giving us a bit of clear idea of what the market might do. Usually, going a lot is a good sign of returning back again. That's what I'm thinking of, but we are ready for another sell if the market shows this kind of pattern here. I was expecting it to continue to rise here before the candle close. That could give selling pressure here. Now we have last minute for this 4 hour to close. Now how the market could react to that. Some might think of buying, but I'm still think of selling. And so this candle close on the intraday from 4 hour. This is a kind of middleman here, and that has potentially given higher possibility to continue to trend back below. Let's see that what is happening with the, as you can see today coming up on FOMC, and also there is a news coming which is Canada monetary policy report April 2026. 50 minutes earlier there was monetary policy report before the outbreak of the war in the Middle East. So some of the data report. And the market is, there is a very strong break below. Now it is a question that if the market will be able to go ahead here to break this zone, or we could see that continuation, because it has shown this stronger downtrend. Full TP 4400 now. My buy is on around 4400. For scalping, if you look at, you see that whenever the price was going up, it's getting selling pressure, right? So Therefore, from this observation, this is still a falling market. So not thinking of going any buy position in those markets. So the recent swing high that you can see, this one is one here, there's another one here. You can mark the two important swing high. One is here, the other one is here. And those swing highs are the market might respect or test or break and then create a false breakout. There is some volume that you can see, Y volume of this level. You see the price didn't drop to that. So that might, the price, if this one is leaving without retest, going back up, at some point you see the price will come to retest that level. Already, so you can see here it's still maintaining that higher low and letting it to push up here. 30 minutes price action, if you look at that, there is one single drop that you can see from here in a single time frame. 30 minutes, if you look at the 50 minutes, not all there is a green, but if you look at the 30 minutes, you can see that all those bear candle of this level, and because here one single drop, that the next 30 minutes candle, we still have 23 minutes, can be a source of our entry. Are you ready for an entry here? Say yes if you are, not straight away, but are you ready for an entry so that you can look for next. We had one positions earlier and ready to go. Okay, thank you very much. How many of you are ready to go? Okay, very good, very good. You can see that on currently open market is New York and London, so both are trading together. So London and New York trading together. Okay, we see that quite a few big okay, awesome. So if you look at here is the trend line, the lower time frame, So here is that on this zone here, which is the key area. Nasty consolidation there, I would say. Might push up here, but not for buy signal. It will test your patience, but it's okay, right? We had a, how many people, you guys see that? How many people we have taken? And this is the recent level of resistance that you can see in this area. Have you had the previous trade? How many traders here had in the previous trade here? What time FOMC news, coach? Okay, FOMC coming later today in from here, from this time it's nearly 2-3 hours, 4 hours. I guess you guys will be there. But apart from FOMC, now the move, real move happens before the FOMC. You're long. I will not be, because it's an uptrending market, and I'm not going to sell off this, buy this uptrending market. We might see some upside, but you see that how the market structure has formed. Big drop, big drop. So this is the biggest. All right. So if you look at the Elliott wave, you see that after this consolidation, the wave 1, first wave, second wave, third wave, right? Now, according to Elliott wave, this move can go back to break this high, right? But doesn't always follow. Market never follow any specific strategy all the time. If you look at the Fibonacci, sometime we will follow, sometime we will not. Elliott wave, sometime we will follow, sometime we will not. Support and resistance, sometime we will follow, sometime we will not. Can you let me know why, in fact, doesn't follow this specific criteria all the time? And 4540 sell. The reason it doesn't follow, so one simple reason is because it will defy the laws of probability. It will defy the laws of probability if it happens all the time. Because if there is any specific strategy happens all the time, what will happen? Everyone will use the same strategy. Then it's not gonna work anymore. You'll see that sometimes that's why a very effective strategy, when it works very well, after some time it completely become opposite. Right? It just go to the other direction all the time. If you have that strategy. Why? Because let's say if this is happen all the time, then some traders will trade opposite direction. That is strategy. Because they know that, okay, everyone is buying here, I'm gonna sell. Everyone is buying here, I'm gonna sell. Everyone is selling here, I'm gonna buy. So it's gonna always go to the other direction. So then what is the best way? Best way is to keep your mind open for all kind of possibilities. So all kind of possibilities, and then to use the probability in your favor. So that you are not trading one single strategy all the time. It can go up here now. I'm not saying that I'm going to buy because it's a falling market. Rather, we'll wait for an extended pullback. Drop now the pullback. When do you enter the sell position again? There is no specific time frame. The only way we will be selling if we see that proper confirmation. You see that we maintain 100% win rate so far this week. Past week we had almost 90% win rate, and week before also in the same way. And I really focus on the high quality trades and take profit, right? That's what you need to do. Great trades these weeks are, past week also. Only Friday we had a few losing trades, but most of the time we were massive winner. Now with the current 30 minutes price action that you can see, once this market, this candle close important. As I mentioned, trading is all about present moment, right? We always trade the present moment, not past, not future. We trade present moment. That means, what does that mean to you? Let me tell you guys. My plan here, this is 30 minutes candlestick pattern, and that 30 minutes candlestick pattern, you see this is the previous red candle on the 30 minutes, right? If this one is going to go to break this high and going somewhere here before this candle close, either this candle create a long wick, especially here like that, or maintaining this market around this area, we can look for sell. Because if single candle in the first 30 minutes going back here to retest that, after close or before the close, the market can have a reaction back below, and that's a very high probability move that you see to the downside. So from the 15 minutes, if you look at that, this one going here, that one will bring, actually will break this previous liquidity zone. So it's a breakup structure, and that breakup structure can give us entry. And in the meantime, before you look at that, also look at the breaking news, what is happening now at the moment. I always, before my planning any entry, stream is lagging. Other two, no, I don't think so lagging. Do you think it's lagging? I don't think so lagging. Because, let me know if you're lagging. In my side is okay. Alright, so as you know that today is FOMC coming up in just a matter of few hours. Already. And also there is a BUC press conference in Canada. And later today coming in NY session, federal fund rates, FOMC statement, and FOMC press conference. So that's the one of the main reason why the market is having that significant trending move. And with this movement on FOMC, so federal fund rate, the forecast 3.75, I think it's gonna remain. Let's see that or change. I don't see any news for rate cut or hold. Which way it has enough community votes to advance. Okay. So therefore, from the bigger picture perspective, that you can see the market is in this here, in this trend, and with the upcoming FOMC, the market may really create a good move. So if you look at this 30 minutes candle close coming, and you see that the price, if you look at here, didn't still break that high. So therefore, it didn't trigger stronger liquidity in that area. If you're following along, as you know that we do have will stream FOMC. I had two already. Okay, so in London session and NY session, I would say that during the FOMC, if I'm opening trade, I do share in the premium group. So I'll be looking to see some more Yeah, thank you very much. And I guess you guys following along. Most of the members already on the premium group. I had already 5 members yesterday joined on the premium from this free Telegram. So if you are or not on the free Telegram, also stay connected, because if you're lucky enough, you might get an entry from the free Telegram to the premium Telegram, so that you're not missing any trade, like winning trade that I'm sharing. So I'm giving the free Telegram channel link now, and at any point whenever there is a new opening available on the VIP Telegram, you can join from the free Telegram. So stay connected on the free Telegram, pin it at the top, so that you're not missing any post that I'm giving. That will change the way you look at the market. That will change the way you trade the market. So you can see that on 30 minutes candle close coming, the market is approaching that key zone with the 30 minutes candle close. And as of like every day, I'm trading twice every single day. The most important here in this stream, guys, high quality trade. Long session, short session, doesn't matter. You guys see that the trade that I'm opening is a high quality, and this is what you get here. This is what I'm doing every single day to help the traders and subscribers. I have to take a break now, and I'll see you again very soon in tomorrow's session. While if you are on the premium, wait for an update. And thanks for joining. I had one trade. I'm not opening at the moment any more trade, because also I don't want to leave an open trade when I'm out of this stream. Thank you. We'll see you again very soon. Until that, stay well, stay happy.